the Real Estate U podcast with Lettiann.
Welcome back to our podcast, Real Estate U with Lettiann, season 5. And this season we are in the kitchen. So welcome back to my kitchen. And I want to welcome back Trish Reedy. Trish Reedy is one of our preferred mortgage brokers, mortgage lenders here in the Kansas City Metro. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me. I have to admit, I was a little nervous when you said we were going to be in the kitchen, but I did come prepared.
Good.
I got my DoorDash app. This is me in the kitchen, guys.
Okay.
DoorDash. This is how I do it.
Good. Well, we're hopeful today you're going to learn one dish. Now, Trish has children, some darling children. I picked this dish. So it's in my book, Homes That Cook, Buying, Selling, and Creating a Home That Cooks, available on Amazon.com. Just search Homes That Cook. This is your copy, by the way,
yes.
So you can remember this day. And you are not one to get nervous. So
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. And let me preface, I do cook. I just don't like to make the time to do it.
Right. And DoorDash makes it so easy.
It does.
It makes it so easy.
We got a corporate account. I don't have to pay the delivery fees.
What's the account number?
I can't tell you that.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So what we're going to, the recipe I suggested and selected to make with Trish is Mamacita's Burritos. 1, it's delicious. 2, it's fun to make with your children. We are empty nesters now here, but as our kids were growing up, they love to get hands-on.
Oh, yes.
And it's super simple. I have already, and again, this recipe is available in my book, Homes That Cook, but please, if you're enjoying what you're seeing and you're wanting some, if not all of these recipes, please visit our website, lettiann.com/Season 5 recipes. Sorry. I just wanted
Season 5 recipes.
Season 5
okay,
recipes.
I'm going to remember this.
Lettiann.com/Season 5 recipes. Okay. So I've already browned the ground beef. I usually do 90%, but that's completely up to you. We've added picante sauce, sauteed onions. Again, it's all in the recipe, but I didn't think Trish could handle that. So
Wait a minute here.
I've done that in advance for her. I didn't know her culinary skills. And I know a phone, DoorDash can't chop onions or garlic. So I've got that all ready.
I will tell you, this is a little similar to a recipe that I make from what you tell me, and I do. We add black beans to the meat.
Oh, that'd be very good too. Very good.
Yeah.
So you are familiar.
I mean, a little bit.
Yeah. But no, I totally understand.
Yeah.
I'm just jacking with you about that stuff. But I thought if you like this and you have children and they like to participate in the kitchen, this would be a fun thing for them.
I can totally see Nora and June diving in, doing this for sure.
So what I'm going to ask you to do, Trish, is just add some meat.
Roll up my sleeves.
Roll up your sleeves, add a little bit of cheese, roll those puppies up, put them in the pan. And I want to talk about mortgage lender. So me as a real estate broker, licensed real estate professional, I would say to people, I've changed the way I say it now, but I would say, have you talked with a mortgage lender? Mm-hmm. And I will say 50% of the time people say to me, who do you mean?
What do you mean?
Right. So do you ever, I said, well, a lender, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Have you spoken with a lender? So now I say, have you spoken with a mortgage lender? Because pre-approval is key. I mean, real estate is a roller coaster ride of so many things.
So many things.
And
you don't want your financing to be the roller coaster part. There's too many other things.
And sometimes people say, oh, I've already filled out some applications from an online platform. I do. I make that same face. Do you want to see her face?
Oh, yeah.
And but there's a reason why. I said, I'm not, my intent of making that face is not to insult you. It's simply to say, if you have a local mortgage broker, mortgage lender like Trish, she's a human being there on your side. You know, when you connect with you, or you're watching across the country, if you're introduced or you speak with or reach out to local mortgage lenders, they're in your corner.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to help you.
Oh no, it fell apart, you guys.
I'm going to do a little trick. Watch me. You're going to put the filling in and you're going to pull, and roll.
Oh, so you want skinny,
just like
skinny burritos?
Well, no, I just want the filling to stay inside.
Okay. Fair.
I'm just kidding. So, did you ever see that Seinfeld episode when they rolled the Cubans too tight? But then they started rolling crepes the same way as they rolled the cigars, and they all blew up on people. That's hilarious. But anyway,
Okay, I'm gonna try it your way.
What happens, and you're gonna turn them and
Yep.
fold and pull back. There you go. When people are doing this online, I don't think they submit all the documents that are required in order to get the pre-approval.
Or they tell you what they think is the right answer, but they don't know.
Because you can plug in anything, right?
You can.
It's like, how much do you make a year? Whatever.
Yeah.
There's no like proof or verification type thing, and then they're like, you're approved for $150,000.
Yeah. When you go to I'mGoingToTheMoonMortgage.com, you can say I make $100,000 a year, and then they'll give you a pre-approval letter. Well, when you really don't make that much, or when maybe you do make that much, but you can't actually qualify with that much. Maybe you made that much last year, but half of it was in commission, but it was your first year earning commission. You can't use all that to qualify.
Right.
And people don't know that. They shouldn't know that. They don't do this every day.
What happens to those folks that maybe do that thinking, wow, this is... because everybody searches things online.
Yeah, so they're going to get their pre-approval letter. They're going to give it to their agent. They're going to go under contract, write their earnest money check. They're going to spend money on inspections, and then their loan's going to get denied. And they're going to be heartbroken, and they're going to waste all their time. And they're going to lose all that money.
Because this has happened. I mean, we're not making...
So many times.
This is not... And then it's not only time wasted, it's emotional,
a lot of money lost,
financial, and it's... I would say that really sets a bad tone. And don't you think the real estate agent, in a very nice, polite way, when they're suggesting lenders, and if someone says, well, we just filled out an application, we just Googled some online mortgages, places, I always emphasize, I strongly encourage you to reach out to local lenders. And we're happy to provide you with their contact information.
It's so important because when the realtor and the lender work together and work together well, the transaction's just going to go more smoothly. I had somebody call me this week. This is the fourth house that they're buying, and they've been moving across the country. They said, we always work with the realtor's preferred lender. And I was like, oh,
I'm like, wow, thank you. Can we get that on camera? Can you do a video of that person?
Yes, it was so refreshing because it makes our job so much easier. And not that our jobs need to be easy, but we want to make the client experience great. We want to take care of them. We want them to be in their house, and we want them to be as stress-free as possible.
Right.
And when we can work together and communicate well, that's just makes things so much easier.
Well, from the real estate side, so many good points you just brought up, but from the real estate side, if I'm representing the buyer and they've chosen a lender that is like just out there in some kind of cyber world, I have no way to contact that person.
Right.
There's no phone number because you get an automated
you get an 800 number, and then you don't ever know what the extension is.
Then it's like, are we clear to close, or when's the appraisal, or did we pass it? It's
you get my cell phone.
Right. So this is the point. So no matter where you're watching in the country, I strongly encourage you, if you're getting ready to purchase a home, no matter where it might be, contact a local mortgage lender in that city. And if you're in Kansas City, go to trishreedy.com. There you'll find her number. You'll speak with her directly. Now, what you will do is likely upload to a secured portal all of the documents that Trish would need in order to get you qualified. That is normal, but what we're saying is you actually get a human being who cares more about, just as much about your getting this house as your real estate agent does.
Right. I mean, we still have the paperless process. We have all the technology. We're going to make it simple and easy as possible with the high human touch.
Totally.
Right? And if there ever is a problem, Lettiann can walk into my house. She can knock on the door, come pet my dog, and walk up to my office. It's right off my bedroom, and say, Trish, what's going on?
We could order DoorDash.
She could order DoorDash to my house.
I mean, we could just get something and talk about it.
She could order the eggs and tell the guys to, I mean, if needed. It would never be needed, of course, but, you know.
So if you have questions for Trish, or questions about our podcast, or anything, maybe you're curious about the Mamacita's Burritos, we welcome hearing from you. Please email us at realestateu with Lettiann, you as in university, realestateu with Lettiann at lettiann.com. We look forward to getting your emails, answering your questions. Maybe you have a special recipe you'd like to share, or maybe you want to tell us about your mortgage
experience.
Right. Thank you.
There's all sorts of stories out there, for sure.
Right. So get it done right the first time. Shortcuts, if it's just like you have insomnia and 1 a.m., let's just see if I qualify for a house. Well, let me tell you, 9 times out of 10, if you're doing that, you're going to qualify for a house. but it doesn't mean that it's actually going to come to fruition at go time.
Right, right.
So save yourself the headache. Wait till morning and reach out to a local lender.
Right.
Good. All right. So thank you for doing this. You did a great job.
They're all in one pan.
They're all in one.
I said one bowl.
Yeah, good.
We got a little extra cheese. We got a little extra meat. Hopefully that's okay.
Yeah, that's good. So here's what I take: an 8-ounce. Typically we have more of these in a pan, which you'll see. But I take an 8-ounce.
That is fragrant. It's going to taste good.
Okay, you're going to be all right.
Oh yeah.
Don't inhale it.
I won't.
Okay. So this is cumin and chili powder. About a half a teaspoon of each, maybe a little in excess of that. And this just makes it easier. It's one less thing to pan to clean. But we're going to mix this up, and we're simply going to pour.
Again, something my children can do.
This is so fun. You can just be talking to your clients on the phone and have your children have this ready for you probably for dinner. I like to cover all of the parts of the flour tortilla just to keep it from drying out, because if you want to maybe put this in the fridge for later.
Oh yeah.
And then go ahead, Trish, just sprinkle the rest of that cheese on there.
Oh wait, let me actually sprinkle.
Good. Keep sprinkling that puppy around like such. And
I prefer cheesy burritos, extra cheesy.
Ooh. Well, we could do that. We can put extra cheese on your burrito.
So one other thing to talk about.
Yes, please do while I'm getting the other items.
I think one thing that's really important is the difference between a mortgage broker and a mortgage lender, a mortgage bank, a regular bank. We are a broker, and I know you know this. One thing that's very different is we have the opportunity to shop all the different lenders that are out there. And when you're not a vanilla, conventional 20% down loan, there's so many different ways we could set up your loan. And not everybody's going to want to take your more funky financing. The regular bank may not be interested in you, and a broker's probably the way to go.
I just want you to reiterate that one more time so people understand. It's not you're say it again, just
a broker.
Which means
we are going to shop around. We're going to find the best product, the best pricing for your specific situation. Okay? So not everybody's the same. There's a lot of people that are a conventional loan, 20% down, pretty regular, pretty vanilla. But that doesn't mean that they're all going to go to the same investor, right? Doesn't mean that today and tomorrow rates are going to be the same and they're going to go to the same place. So,
and it has to be as different as the houses are different for people.
Absolutely.
So you have 1099 people, you have self-employed people, you have rules and regs for this, rules and regs for that. Oh, we've got more than 20% down. Oh, we only have. Can we get a house for 3% down?
Right.
You're going to walk them and talk them through the process.
Right.
Let's talk about credit repair. When someone you find doesn't have the credit to continue forward,
we're going to talk about that. Yeah.
Right. Unlike
you want to buy, and typically if you're at the point where you're talking to me, you're ready. You're emotionally ready to buy the house. So when we have that conversation of, hey, your credit's not quite there, it's probably pretty devastating, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you know, but maybe you don't. So you don't want to hear, sorry, bye, talk to you later. You want to hear, what do I need to do to get to the point where I can actually buy this house? So we're going to go through those steps, and we're going to talk about, pay down these credit cards, make sure you don't miss any payments. If you need to work with a credit repair company, we're going to refer you to somebody that actually does a good job with that.
So they're getting a jump start by getting on their homework.
Yes.
So they're going to get homework from you to say, look, within 3 months or 6 months, you got this.
Right.
Here's what you need to do. Pay an extra $25 more on your credit card payment every month.
Right.
Do like all these little small steps that within 3 months, they're gonna be right where they need to be.
Right. And most lenders aren't going to take the time to do that, because right now the market that we're in, it's so busy. And the business is out there, and it's so much easier just to move on to the next one. But we are in this to have clients for life, and we want to have partners for life. So if you come to us and you are serious about buying a house, we're going to work with you, and we're going to help you figure out what you need to do to get where you need to get. The other interesting thing is it doesn't need to be expensive to get a house, right?
So what do you mean by that?
Buying the house itself, property, real estate is not cheap, right? And property values are going up, market's appreciating. And if you're building costs are going up right now, right?
Right.
However, what we can control is the cost of the loan, right? Closing costs are something on top of the down payment that a lot of times buyers don't think about, especially if this is their first time. So one thing we can control is we don't ever charge any lender fees. Almost every bank, every lender everywhere has somewhere between $500 and $1,500 in processing, underwriting, junk fees. We don't charge that. So we're automatically less expensive.
You're already ahead.
It doesn't need to be expensive to get a house, guys.
So tell me, tell our viewers what type of costs a buyer can expect to pay at closing. But granted, we have title things and whatnot.
Yeah, so you're gonna pay for your appraisal. You're gonna pay for your title insurance.
Let's say what the appraisal is. So
The appraisal, it's gonna depend on, where it is and what type of property and all that sort of thing. But typically $500-ish.
But the why behind the appraisal. So people say, oh, I have to get an appraisal. So, we
got to make sure that the house is worth what you're paying for it.
Right.
It's the collateral behind the loan that you're getting.
It's your lender's appraisal. So people, there's so many confusing things to know, and hiring a professional to assist you through the process is key.
Absolutely.
I just don't understand. And then we have people that we hear not in our offices, but they have such a bad experience in the home buying or home selling process. And do you think a lot of that is because they've selected the wrong players to help them?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that do this part-time, don't really know what they're doing, don't have the experience.
And I think you're the same as me. I often say me being a real estate broker and a real estate professional is a lifestyle for me. It's
Absolutely.
a choice. I choose to. People are like, oh, you have to work weekends. I'm like, I want to help my people. And if that means we have an open house on Sunday or we're showing houses to buyers on Saturday, I'm all in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't look at it like, oh, your weekend. Like I don't.
It's a different lifestyle.
Yeah. I might have a Monday off that my husband and I go on a picnic or something.
Yeah. It works out great.
So it's cool.
Yeah. My husband and I are in this business together, and it works out awesome.
And mine is a home builder, so I've learned so much from him and he from me, and it's a great fit. So good. Awesome. Anything else you want to say before we start plating the rest of these up, Ms. Trish?
I could go on about this forever. You know that, but I'm really interested in Mamacita here. Let's check it out.
Mamacita. So we have just about 3 minutes left. So we're going to get these plated up. I'm going to hand you the cheese because you're so
I am so cheesy.
All right. So these, of course, I made in advance. And they are hot out of the oven here.
Now, you said you put in some salsa in when you cooked the meat. You did a mild version, right? Just for me? Okay, thanks. Thanks so much for looking out for me.
Yeah, of course.
You know that I'm kind of a weenie when it comes to spicy, so.
Okay, well that's why there's sour cream and milk in the fridge if you freak out. Okay, so we're just gonna, let me see here. I probably need yes, thank you. Oh,
hold it.
There you go.
Teamwork. Jinx. As my children would say,
Jinx.
You can't talk until I say your name 3 times.
Do people still do that?
Oh, it's a never-ending game. Never ending.
Alex, don't get too close in on me because I'm sure this is not the most attractive looking type of situation. And so it's like the first piece of cake out of the pan, you know?
Oh, it's great.
Ooh, Mamacita.
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 Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I get my own plate, right?
Yes,
okay.
you do.
Got a little nervous there, Lettiann.
No.
Uh-oh.
Yep, sorry. Hang on.
I'm getting my workout.
This is live TV, folks. This isn't smoke and mirrors.
Oh, yeah.
No smoke and mirrors. All right.
All right, so we're going to make it extra pretty.
To move that back here since you have those gloves on already.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. And if you would like more cheese.
Oh, it's very cheesy already.
It looks
just like you.
Well, I can be at times, I'm told.
And this is your favorite garnish, iceberg lettuce, right?
No, not really. It just looks pretty. I'm not a big iceberg fan, but it comes in handy when necessary. And then
it will definitely help if I think it's spicy.
Yeah, I'm going to put a little extra on. Thank you. Watch out.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
All right. Yeah. Beautiful. I cannot wait to try it. Okay. Hope you like it.
I am gonna love it. Looks delicious.
All right.
Oh, we're diving in right now.
Alex
Even. Oh man.
hopefully he won't get a close up on me, but if he does, it's okay.
Is it too hot?
No. So good. So good. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for the information. TrishReedy.com if you'd like to connect with Trish. If you like these recipes and want to get your download these recipes for season 5, please go to
Lettiann.com/season 5 recipes.
Bing. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in today. We look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Real Estate You with Lettiann.
The Real Estate You podcast with Lettiann.